All right, so go ahead and write down the first question. Today is Monday. After 61 days, it will be. Write down that first question.
Miss, I cannot see the question that you gave. Okay.
Good morning, Amar.
Good morning, Miss Walika.
How are you?
Fine, Miss.
All right. So I missed you last week. All right.
Miss, I'm finished.
Good. Mute your microphone for me, Amar. Thank you, darling. All right. So go ahead and read the question for me, Dante.
Today is Monday. After 61 days, it will be A. Tuesday, B. Monday, C.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, D.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday.
All right. Which day would it be?
Miss, I don't get my answer yet, Miss.
We're still checking.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. All right. All right. Yes, tidy, darling.
Miss, I would say Monday.
You'd say Monday. Why?
Miss, because it's Monday, Miss, and after 60, Miss, you add 61 days to Monday, Miss, and that will equal to Monday.
Are you sure?
Yes, Miss, that's my answer.
Okay, that's your answer, but I'm asking if you're confident in your answer. Do you feel like
Yes,
your answer
Miss.
would let you will help you win the lotto? Do you feel that confident?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, Tidila. I go down to Laroon. Thank you, Tidila. Let's go to Laroon. Laroon, darling.
Miss, I choose Saturday.
Ah, Saturday. Why did you say Saturday?
Miss, because after 7, Miss, each week is repeated after 7 days, Miss.
Ah, nice. Now we're getting
Miss,
somewhere.
so
Each week
Miss,
is repeated after 7 days. Yes, Laron, go ahead. I'm just
so
repeating what you're
after
saying.
after 6 days, and I write down and I said Monday to Monday, and I got 63. When I said Monday to Saturday 61.
All right. Monday to Monday, you got 63. All right, that's 63. Okay, yes, it will be 63. Then you say Monday to Saturday gets
Miss, I use the
go again, you use it.
Miss, I was saying I use the calendar.
Oh, you use the calendar. Okay. All right, good, 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 good. So the first part that you started off, that's a really, really good point. That I love that you pointed out. All right, and using the calendar is fine, but there's also a shorter method. Anyone have any other way that they did this? Any other way? Any other way? Any other method? Shorter method? Anything? No? Yes? What about you, Amar? Yes, Adelia? You have something to add, honey?
Miss, maybe you could, Miss, there are 7 days in a week, Miss, so you can add 7 days, Miss, until you get the 61 days.
Okay, so you can add 7 days, 7 days, 7 days, 7 days. Do you think we'll get to 61 though? If we keep adding 7 each time, do you think we'll reach 61?
No, Miss, you have to add a different number.
Oh, we have to add a different number. All right, so yeah, good thinking, good thinking. So what I want you to do, just give me a sec. Let me get this get my pen. All right, so what I want you to do is, as Laron stated, as Tidile stated about the numbers, all right, adding 7 days. So we know that every 7 days the cycle starts again. So if the cycle is, if today is Monday, 7 days from now is going to be Monday again. 7 days from that Monday is going to be Monday again. So I'm going to try and find out 7 divided into 61, how much it gives me. And when I divide 7 into 61, what do I get as my whole number? 7 to 61. When I divide
Miss,
7,
8.
I'm going to divide
Miss
61,
8.
yes.
8.
All right, by 7, and that gives me 8. Remainder?
Miss 7.
Miss,
You
you would
can't
have
be remainder
10.
7.
Miss, you would
8.
have
Remainder? 7 times 8 is?
7 times 8 is 56.
56.
56 from 61 is?
Miss, that would be 5.
5.
All right, so that would be 5. All right. So I'm hearing from Tidile, I'm hearing from Laron, I'm hearing from Dante. No. I'm hearing from Tidile and I'm hearing from Laron. I need to be hearing from Dante. I need to be hearing from Omar. I need to be hearing from my darling Teresa. And I need to be hearing from my darling Antia. All right, so I need to be hearing from all of you. All right, so I'll be calling on you shortly, so prepare yourself for a question. So the next question goes to Omar. 8 times 7 give us what? So this 8 says 8 weeks, right? Which represents 8 weeks is how many days?
Miss, can you repeat what you said, please?
8 weeks is how many days?
8 weeks is how many days?
5.
Check again for me. 8. 8 weeks. 8 times 7 give us
8 times 7. One. No, like. 8 times 7. 56.
56. Good. So we know that we have done 56 days and we have a remaining of 5 days. So the first thing you do is to figure out how many days go into 61. All right, so we know that every 7 days the cycle will start again. So we divide 61 by 7. The next thing that we're going to look at now is to say that, okay, 56 days are taken out because 7 times 8 is 56, and we have 5 days remaining. So when it hits 56 days, it is on a Monday, right? So when we are at 56 days, it's on a Monday. Good? So now we're going to count from the Monday, 5 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Let me count here. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 5 days. All right. And we know that the fifth day would end up being the Saturday. All right. I'm hearing an echo from you, Omar. Do you want to try and work on that for me, dearie? All right. Thank you, Omar. So our answer is a Saturday. All right, so some persons had part of the answer correct. Some persons responded to some part of the questioning and got that part correct. So well done to you all. So we're going to continue now with the next question. Are you getting? Good morning, Justin. Good morning, Jaden. Welcome to class. I missed you both last week. All right, and I'm happy that you're here this week. All right, so we're going with question 21. You have a minute and a half to write and a minute to give your answer. And we are ready in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Read for me, Andia. Read for me, Andia, darling.
two more girls than boys in a class. There are 40 students in all. How many boys are in the class?
All right, so there are 40 students in all. How many boys are in the class? What is your answer, my darling? Well done, beautiful reading. What's your answer, my darling?
Miss, I'm checking.
All right. So I go to Jaden. Jaden, what's your answer for this one? So there are 40 students in the class. There are two more girls than boys. So two more girls than boys. And if there's 40 students in the class, right? How many boys are in the class? How many boys are in the class?
My answer is 21, Miss.
Your answer is 21. All right, Omar. Thank you for your answer, Omar. How did you get 20.1, dearie?
Because they say there is 40 students in the class, Miss, and half of a 40, Miss, is 20, Miss, and you said God, two more girls than boys, Miss.
So half is 20. So say, for instance, we have 20 girls and we have 20 boys. So that would be even. But if it's the case where we have two more girls than boys, how many girls should be over here?
22, Miss.
22?
Yes,
And how many boys over here?
well, Miss, the boys will remain the same, Miss.
If the boys remain the same, then that is not 40, that is 42. So you're onto something. You're onto something, and I like the way that you're
It's a
thinking.
fun.
Coming to you, Laron, honey. I'm gonna come to you shortly, but I'm gonna finish off with Omar now. I like the way that you're thinking, Omar. You just need to go a little bit more into it now. So instead of adding 2 to the girls, right? Think about it. If the boys had 20 and the girls had 20, for me to have 2 over here more than over there, what would I do?
Miss, you are going to subtract 2 of 1 of the 20, Miss, of the boys.
Am I subtracting 1 or 2?
2, Miss.
What did you say before? Did you say 1?
No, Miss, I said
All right, so we're gonna subtract 2 of the boys. So that means I'm left with 18 boys, and I now have 22, 22, 22, 22 girls. How much girls do I have more than boys now?
you have
2.
2.
No.
Miss, I can tell off him answer.
All right, so I'm gonna go over to Laron now, Omar. Yes? Laron, go ahead.
Miss, my answer is 21.
Your answer is 21.
Yes, Miss.
So
So
the
I said
question,
there are
hold on. How many boys are in the class? There are 2 more girls than boys. How many boys are in the class? So think about your answer again. But tell me how you got your answer. You're on the right path, just that you did not answer the question exactly as you're supposed to answer it. But you're on the right path. So tell me how you got 21 to start with.
Miss, what I did was he said there are 2 more girls and boy and there are 40 students in the class. So what I did, I add 2 to the 40, then divide it by 2 again, I got 21.
Oh, I didn't know that that's the root, man. Not like that. Not like that one. So let's look at it again. I'm still listening for the answer. And I want you to think about it. Think about you taking taking? Yes, Tidelia.
Miss, I would say 19.
Awesome. That goes it. 19. How did they get 19, Tidelia?
Miss, because the girls would have 21, Miss, and the boys would have
21.
19.
Right. So look at what happened now, my darling. If I come over to the boys and I reduce the boys to 19, take off
Mr. C.
1. If I
Miss, and
subtract
when
1 and I add the 1 over on this team, it's now 21. And let's look at it now. 21 minus 19. 9 from 1 we can't, so we borrow 1 there.
Cool.
9 from 2. Good. So that means 21 is 2 more
Miss, I
than
have
19.
another way.
All right. All right. So
Miss, and
so,
to
so
check your answer.
hold on, Tidelia, hold on, sweetie. Hold on.
Okay, Miss.
So everyone understand what we did so for my method?
Yeah.
Yes, Miss.
Yes, miss.
All right. So that's so I hear a yes from Tidelia, I hear a yes
Yes,
from Laron.
miss.
I hear a yes from who else? I hear 2 yeses so far. Omar, do you understand what I did so far?
Yes, miss.
All right, so I hear 3 yeses. Andia, do you understand what I've done so far, my darling?
Mr.
Hold on, Tidelia. Remember your answer, dearie. Remember your answer.
Yes, Miss.
All
Miss,
right.
Miss, it says
Yes.
if this is test.
This is.
Miss, I said if this is test. Miss,
I,
I can't hear
yes.
you.
I
Miss, I
didn't. I
can't
didn't
hear
get.
you.
I didn't hear the question that you asked.
Miss, I was asking if this is test.
This is test. This is ability test. Yes, this is ability test questions that we're doing today. Remember, you have exams. Most persons have exam coming up next month, and you've got to be prepared for your exam because I want you all to be acing that exam. All right. So I want you to be the superstar for those exams. All right. So we're trying to prepare for the ability test. All right. So I got a yes from Laron. I got a yes from Andy. I got a yes from Tidelia. I got a yes from Omar. Teresian, do you understand the method?
Yes, miss. I was the third person to say yes when you were asking
Ah,
the other person.
good. So I got a yes from Teresian. Sorry, my darling. I didn't catch your voice. Dante,
Yes, miss, I understand.
great. Jaden. Jaden,
Yes, miss.
understand?
Yes, miss.
All right, Jaden. All right. What about you, Justin?
Yes, miss.
All right. Good job. All right. So go ahead now with your response, Tidelia. Tell me what you think.
Miss, I was saying that when I add 21 and 19, Miss, I would get back the 40.
Awesome. So when you add 21 and 19, you get back the 40. All right. All right. So all right, good. So our answer here is 19. All right. And remember to always answer your questions properly. All right. So we're gonna go to the next question now. And it is 2 minutes a minute and a half to write and a minute to answer. That's 2.5 minutes. Minute and a half to write, and everyone should be writing their questions. Everyone should be writing their questions. And
Miss,
Laron,
you're
I
breaking
need
up.
you
I
to
can't
take your
hear
little
you.
time. Everyone should be writing their questions. Laron, I need you to spend time forming those letters for me properly. I need you to take your time and write. All right. So I must say that Andia handwriting is really good. Dante handwriting is really good. All right. I want you to work on that art for me as well, Justin. I need you to take your time and write those letters. All right. I know that you like to just get the work done, but I still need you to put some emphasis on the letters that you're forming. And I know, yes, that your writing states that you're going to become a doctor, because doctor writes like some of you write right now. They just scribble some things and it's done. It's a prescription, right? However, I still need you to write legibly, like you're preparing yourself to be a teacher, which means that you got to write clear enough so that your students can understand. All right. So while you have the skill of being a doctor, I still want you to develop the skill of being a teacher. Yes, Laron? All right, Teresian, darling, let's go, honey. Read for me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ready, Teresian? Let's read.
There are 10 dogs on a farm. Half of the dogs had a littler.
Liter.
Half of the dog have a litter of 7 puppies. The other half each had litter.
But read like you're confident. Start over.
Wait a minute.
Take your time, Teresian. You're doing well so far, all right? So the word is litter, all right? So litter, all right? So take your time and let's go again, honey, all right? So put that confidence that mommy is telling you about into it.
Yes. There
All right,
are
go ahead,
10
sweetie.
dogs on a farm.
Mm-hmm.
Half of the dogs each had litter of 7 puppies. The other half have each had a litter of 6 puppies. How much dogs are now?
How many?
How many dogs are on the farm? All together.
All right, well done. Thank you for reading. Beautiful reading. All right, so as mommy said, put that confidence in it, all right, and read with that boldness. All right, Teresian, and I know that you're bold. Teresian is a really, really polite young lady. All right, really, really polite. So thank you, Teresian.
Yes.
You want to give me your answer now?
Miss, not ready yet.
All right, what about you, Dante? What's your answer? Justin, prepare yourself. I'm coming to you next.
Still checking, miss.
Justin, what about your answer? Justin?
Yes, miss.
What about your answer, darling? What do you think? All right, coming down to Andia. Andia, what about your answer, dearie?
Yes. I multiply 7 by 6, give me 42, then I add 10.
Okay. All right. So, anyone else? Laron, what's your answer, Laron?
Miss, I think
Laron, you're muted,
Miss, I
darling.
think 57.
57. How did you get 57?
So I multiply 6 by 10, then add 7.
6 by 10 and then add 7. Okay.
So I'm not sure if I'm correct.
Right. Omar, tell me what's your answer?
Miss.
Coming to you, Delia. All right, so Dante says he got 75. All right, so Dante got 75. All right, so Dante got 75.
Miss, my answer was 67.
67. All right, anyone else? So there are 10.
Miss, I got 75.
75.
Miss, I would say 67.
Miss,
All right, go ahead for me. The person with 75 and then the person with 67, I'll come to you after. Got 75. All right, the person that got 67, go ahead for me. How did you get 67?
Miss, Miss, I said half of the dog had 7 puppies, Miss. Miss, so each of them would have 7. Miss, you're going to times 7 by 5.
So half of the dog, if it's 10 puppy, that means half is 5, and the next half is 5. So 5 times 7, which gives us
35.
35. So 35 had 7 puppies, and then 5 times
Miss, it's 6.
5 times 6, which gives us
Miss, 30.
30. And in total, it would be
65.
it would be 65. So they have 65 puppies, right? 65
Yes, Miss.
puppies they have. But what they say, how many dogs would be on the farm altogether? How many dogs were there before?
Miss, there were 10 dogs. They're going to add 10
So
to
we
it.
add 10 dogs. Good. And in total, we get
75.
75 dogs. Well done. All right, so that's what we're reading on our answer. And when we reach to 65, we're like, well, 65 is not a part of the options. So that's when you say, oh, I
Miss,
must
that's
be
what I
missing
said,
something.
Miss.
Ah, all right. Well done, Dante. Dante gave me the answer before we work it out. Well done, Dante. Yes, Dante, go ahead and explain to me what you did, honey.
Miss, I was going to explain the same, Miss.
Okay, tell me again. Tell me again. Go ahead.
Miss, half of 10 Miss is 5.
Yes.
And then I multiply with 7. And I get 35. Then I multiply 5 with 6. And I got 30. Then I add 30 and 35. And I got 65. Then I add
All right.
plus the 10. And I got 75.
Nice.
So I was going to
Okay. All right. So we have our answer to be 75. Well done, Dante. All right. Well done to everyone that participated, giving me your answers. All right. So we're going to go with the next question now. All right. A minute and a half to write and a minute to answer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jaden, read for me. Jaden, darling, can you read for me? Jaden? Justin, go ahead and read for me, dear.
On a trip, there were 8 children and 1 adult per boat. If a total of 108 people went on this boat trip, how many were children?
All right, well done, Justin. Beautiful reading. All right, so that was quite fluent. All right, so Justin, tell me your answer. If a total of 108 people went on the trip, how many were children? Justin, what's your answer, darling? Justin? What's your answer, darling? Hmm?
84.
84. Tell me how you got 84. Tell me how you got 84.
How you work out? Eh? How you work out? Explain to your teacher how you work out.
All right, so Justin, what I think about it, Teresian said she got 84 as well. Teresian, can you tell me how you got 84?
Miss,
So
I
coming back,
divide 84 by I divide 8 by 108.
you divide 108 by
8.
By 8. Mm-hmm. And you got? But why 8?
Let's repeat.
8. Why is it that you did 8? All right, so let's look at something. All right, so to every 8 children, there's 1 adult. So 8 children, let's look at it here. Children, adult. 8 children, 1 adult. How many persons total on the boat?
9.
Total.
9, miss.
9. So the total on the boat is 9. All right. So if 8 more children, 1 adult, how much total? How much would the total be? So 8 more children, 1 adult. How much that total will be on the boat?
18, miss.
All right, so we'd have 18. So it's a number 9, so we'd have 18. All right, good. So now I know that. So every 8 children, there is 1 adult. So in total, when I put them together, I get 9, right? So now I want to see how many sets of 9 I can get from 108. So if when I put them together, I get 9, right? Then if I divide 108, by 9, then it will tell me the amount of sets I will get. All right. So I divide 108 by 9, that gives me. What does that give me?
Miss 19.
108 divided by 9. No, sir. 108 divided by 9.
Miss.
Miss, it would be
12.
12.
All right, so it's 12. So I know that I can get 12 sets of 9. So if I can get 12 sets of 9, 12 sets, if in 2 sets of children, how many, in 2 sets of adults and children, how many children would I have? Let's look at these 2 sets. If it's 2 sets, how many children will we have?
16.
All right, and how many adults if it's 2 sets?
2.
2. All right, good. So since it is not since it is not 2 sets, but 12 sets we're going to have, how many children would there be? So we have 12 sets of 8. How do I represent that? When I say 12 sets of 8, how would I represent that? How would I write down that calculation?
Miss, you're right. 9 times
Listen to the question
8.
again. 12 sets of 8. I have 12 sets of 8. How do I write
Miss,
that down?
Miss, you would write 12 times 8.
12 times 8. Good. So 12 sets of 8 would be 12 times 8. And what is 12 times 8?
Miss, 96.
96. Good job. All right. So what? Yeah. All right, sorry about that, my darlings. All right, so we have 12 times 8, which gives us 96. All right, so let's go back over this question again. To every 8 children, there's 1 adult, right? So 8 and 1 give us 9. So we know that we're going to be having groups of 9. So we'll group them up in groups of 9. And we're going to try and figure out how many group of 9 can I get from 108, right? So since there's 108 persons, how many groups of 9 can I, Justin, get? Can I, Jaden, get? Can I, Andy, get? Can I, Jory, get from 108? All right? And I realized that I can get 12 groups of 8. Since I can get 12 groups of 8 now, the next thing that I am going to do is to multiply, not groups of 8, but 12 groups of 9. So since I'm focusing on children now, as Joey said, I'm going to multiply it by 8. If I was focusing on adults, I would have multiplied by 1. All right. So if I wanted to figure out how many adults were there, I would multiply 1 by 12. And as Joey said, if I want to figure out the amount of children that is there, I multiply 8 by 12, and that gives me 96. All right. So I want you to put in those little reasoning, right? And I want you to think about the answers. Listen to me now. Miss Hunter isn't just here, to spend 2 hours with you, so that you can have 2 hours to say that you went to class for 2 hours, Miss Hunter is here to guide you so you can build that understanding skills. So when you're here, honey, I don't want you to just be sitting in the class and like, oh, I'm doing maths today again. No, I want you to be participating and be on fire and participating like everyone else you see participating. And even if you can participate more, then I would be happy. All right. And then you would definitely learn. All right. So always tell me what you're thinking so I can guide you. Okay, my darling. And that's how you ace maths, by explaining what you're thinking in class, letting your teacher guide you, right? Tell you whether you have a misconception or not. Mastering that skill, and definitely when you get to the exam, you can use that skill. All right. Okay, darlings.
Yes.
Miss, I did said 100.
Okay, you said 100. So you did, how did you get to 100?
Miss, because I add the 8 to the 100 and I got the 108, Miss. That's why.
Okay. All right, I get you. All right. But we need to think about the question a little bit more in detail. All right. So I'm going to go with the next question now. So we have a minute and a half to write, and a minute to answer. right. So at this time, who haven't read for me as yet? Oh, Jerice. Let's go, Jerice.
Gary is now twice as old as Carr. If Gary is 16 years old now, how old will Carr be in 7 years' time?
All right. So what's your answer, Jerice?
Oh. You haven't finished work it out yet.
Okay. Yes, Teresian. That is correct. So, Jerice, I'm going to let Teresian explain her answer. Go ahead, Teresian. And I hope everyone is writing down their questions. Go ahead, Teresian. Dante, you're correct as well. Go ahead, Teresian.
Yes, it says that Gary is twice as old as his sister. It's six. Miss, she is 16. She is 16. Six twice as old means that you're like, which number do you have two times to get 16? And it's 8. So I say 8 and I add 8 and 7 and I got 15.
Well done. Well done. Nice. So Gary is twice as old as his sister, as Carl, right? And twice means that if we're going to find Carl age, we're going to divide 16 by 2, which gives us 8. And then if Gary is 16 years old now, how old will Carl be in 7 years? It's 8 plus 7, which gives us 15. All right. So our answer is 15. Everyone understand how we got 15?
Yes, miss.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, miss.
All right, good.
Yes, miss.
Observe the puzzle below and then give the value of the, what's the symbol now? The diamond.
Miss, should we draw it?
No, we're not drawing this one. We're thinking about the answer, and then you're going to tell me the answer shortly.
Okay, miss.
Anyone ready to give me the answer? Laron?
I'm still checking it.
All right. Doris?
Miss the first. Miss what the first problem is. Miss how it works out, Miss, is by finding what 36 is. That's what you have to find first.
What a face value?
So Miss 36, Miss. Yes, Miss 36, Miss would be 12. The smile face in Miss would be 12.
All right, so a
Because
face is
Miss,
12.
because Miss 3, 12, 36.
Mm-hmm. Or not 12, 3.
Sorry, Miss, my background is not.
That's okay. So a face is 12. All right. What else would you use?
Miss, the heart would be 9.
How did you get heart to be 9?
Miss, because Miss, the 9 would equal 18, Miss, and the half of 18 is 9.
How did you get 18?
Miss, because I take away the 30 from the 12, Miss, because the smiley face equals 12. And then you will get 18, Miss, and then you split it in half, then you will get 9.
Okay. So the heart is 9. So the heart is 9 and the smile face is 12. And we have smile being 12, heart being 9. What's the diamond supposed to be for us to get 26? We have 26 minus 12 plus 19 is?
Miss, that would equal 22.
22. Are you sure? 12 and 19?
Miss, 21.
21. So we have 26 minus 21. Our answer
So
is?
that will equal 5.
5.
The diamond would be
All
5.
right. All right, well done. So the diamond is 5. All right, so we're going to go to the next question.
D, Miss.
All right, Doris, you ready to answer? Read the
Yes,
question for
miss.
me 1st.
A die is thrown thrice, and its three positions are given below, which letter is opposite of F to F. So, miss. Miss, what I observe, miss, is that by the first tone of the dice, miss, is that C is beside F. C would be beside A, okay? Because A is missing in the first row. You see
C
C,
would
you see
be
B, F. C would be beside A. But miss, then miss, when it's thrown again, miss, you see D, you see E, and you see A. So miss, letter that are missing from this, miss, would be F and B. So miss,
F.
A, so miss, A would again be beside C, F would be at the bottom, F would be at the side, observing the third dice. F would be at the side observing the third dice. So the letter that would be behind A, behind F, would be B.
Would be.
Because
Are you sure? It said opposite from F. So if we look at the first diagram, opposite from F can't be B. If we look at the first one, opposite from F can't be B, because B is not opposite. All right.
yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Can't be that. Can't be can't be F. Can't be B. So we know that it's not B.
B is wrong.
Yes. Yes. Who's answering?
Then if it's D.
It's D. All right. So looking at it, F is here. The one that is opposite F has to be at the bottom. D is at the side. So it can't be D. So you're using elimination for this question now. So we have two options
C,
left.
miss.
All right, so look at C now. C is right here. It's not, it should be directly across from the other, on the other side. So it can't be C, so that means it must be?
This is A.
It must be A. All right?
Yes, miss.
So you use your little method of elimination test to see what is it that is true here, and let's see if what is not true. And as soon as we know what is not true, we can figure out what is true. All right. So we're gonna go to our next question. All right. So 2.5 minutes to write and half minute to answer. Amar, go ahead and tell me, Amar.
Miss, could I try?
Hold on. Let's see if Omar is here. Omar, so we're gonna let Omar go first, and then I take your answer after, okay? Go ahead, Omar.
Miss, I don't get my answer yet, miss.
No, you're gonna read the question for me first.
Okay, miss. Their pencils. Start over. Go back and look in my tablet. Their pencils their pencils cost the sum of 2 erasers. 4 erasers cost the sum of 1 ruler. 1 ruler. Pencils are more expensive than ruler if the first 2 statements are true. The third statement is the pencil costs the sum of 2 erasers. 4 erasers cost the sum of 1 ruler. If the first statement is true, then this third statement is true or false.
All right, thank you for that reading, Omar. All right, and let's see what your answer is, Omar. Is it true or false?
True, miss.
True. All right, and one of the things that I must tell you, Omar, is that you wasn't so sure about the words at one point, and you stopped, you paused, but you kept on going. Well done. All right, and you went back over it when you're more confident. All right, so well done, darling. So Omar said true. Why did you say true, Omar?
Yes, miss, because it is more expensive than the rest of things, miss. Because the cost of 2 eraser, the cost of 4 eraser is the sum of 1 ruler, miss. So, miss, the pencil is more expensive than the eraser and the rulers, miss.
Really? Look at it, Omar.
No,
Look
miss,
at what.
sorry, miss. No, miss. I just realized, miss. It is false, miss, because it said their
Three,
their the
three, three,
their
three.
cost of
Three, three. Not
yes,
there.
miss.
Look at it. Three.
Three pencils cost the sum of 2 erasers, miss. And 4 erasers cost the sum of 1 ruler.
So 4 erasers. Erasers. Equal 1 ruler. Continue, my darling.
one ruler, miss. The pencils, then he said, the pencils are more expensive than ruler if the first statements are true. The third statement is true or false. Miss, I
What
just
is it?
realized that one is false, miss.
This is false. Why do you say false?
Miss, because the pencils, miss, the pencils cost, miss, the three pencils cost the sum of four erasers, miss. So the ruler cost the most, miss.
The rulers cost the most. Good. Because three pencils can only buy two erasers, right? Three pencils can only buy two erasers. And to buy a ruler, it has to take four erasers money, right? Four erasers money, right? Which means that pencils can't be more expensive than rulers. Because you have to take three pencils to buy two erasers to equal to two erasers. So four erasers would be six pencils. So it would take six pencils to get one ruler. All right. So well done, Omar Falls, and I love your persistence. All right. So go to the next question.
Miss.
Yes, Joyce? It's
Never
darling.
mind, miss.
You
Never
want to
mind,
do
miss.
this one for me?
Yes, miss.
Okay, sure, honey. Go ahead and read the question for me.
Tanya is older than Eric. Cliff is older than Tanya. Eric is older than Cliff. If the first two statements are true, the third statement is true or false.
What is it?
False, miss.
False.
Yes,
All
miss,
right.
because miss, could I present it on the board?
Miss not finished writing off the sentence as yet.
All right. Continue writing. Joyce is explaining nonetheless. Go ahead, Joyce.
Miss, could I present it on the board?
Yes, go ahead. Ask for permission and I'll grant the permission to you. So request permission to write. Do you have that option? Or you should be able to write.
No, miss.
Do you see the option to request permission?
No, miss.
All right, let me check this. All right, hold on a sec. Juries. How about now?
No, miss, I
Sorry.
still can't.
Sorry. Still can't? Try, man. Try writing again. Because you're the host now.
No, miss, I can't. But anyway, miss, I can explain it. So,
Go
miss,
ahead.
Tanya is older than Eric, okay? So, miss, that would make Tanya the oldest at first. Cliff is older than Tanya. Then Mrs. says, Cliff is older than Tanya.
So Cliff.
Then that means Miss Cliff would be in first, next. Then Miss says Miss Eric is older than Cliff. That doesn't make no sense, Miss, following the information that is there. Because Miss, look, Eric would be the smallest. So Miss, how would Eric be older than Cliff? If Cliff is older than Tanya.
So they say the first two statements are true. So we know that Cliff is older than Tanya and Tanya is older than Eric. And Eric is older than Cliff. So what do you say? Makes no sense, right?
No, Miss.
All right. And that's what I wanted to reason. I wanted to reason practically. Like, this doesn't make any sense. You understand? That's not like how juries take it from the point. Like, this doesn't make any sense. There's no way Eric can be older than Cliff if Cliff is older than Tanya. And that's what they said. All right. So that's why I want you to be reasoning. All right. Building that critical thinking. So jury says the answer is false. All right. And before we work out a question, I want you to be attempting that question. All right. Not just writing from the screen. It doesn't work like that. All right. But attempting those questions. All right. Let's go to the next one now. So I want everyone to go ahead and write this down in your book.
I got my answer.
So when the woman says,
Miss, I've got my answer.
All right.
Miss,
Here
I got my answer, Miss.
All
I
right.
got my answer too.
All right. A lot of persons have this answer. Okay. I am going to take this answer from Jaden. Jaden, go ahead and tell me what's your answer, Jaden. So Jaden, this is the first question you're gonna answer for me now, Jaden. So let's go, man. You got to start this one. You got to be on top of this one now. All right. What's your answer, Jaden?
Miss, I'm still checking.
Still checking. All right. So Jaden is still checking.
Miss.
And Laron wants the answer. Go ahead, Laron.
Miss, my answer is 28.
And Laron says his answer is 28. So I'm gonna go over to Anna.
Miss, mine is also 28.
Hold on now to Delia. All right.
mine
So
too, Miss. Mine is also 28, Miss.
No, we're shouting out. For the next, how many minutes now? For the next 23 minutes, unless we raise our hand and we're acknowledged, then that means our microphone should be muted, all right? And we shouldn't be speaking unless we raise our hands and we're muted, all right? Good. And dear darling, what's your answer? And dear?
Miss,
Unless we raise our hands, we are acknowledged, then we're allowed to speak. Raise hand, wait to be acknowledged, then we speak. All right, so Angie is not here. So I'm going to go to Teresian. Teresian, what's your answer?
Yes, miss. Miss, my answer is 28.
How did you get 28?
Miss, in this scenario, you can see it says 58, and you are going to take away 6 from 58 to get 52. It says 52, you're going to take away. You're going to take away 4, and you're going to get
4
yes, miss.
from 46. Let's go. 58 minus 6 give 52. 52 minus 6 give us 46. 46 minus 6 give us 40. Minus 6 gives us 34.
Yes.
And then we're going to minus 6, which gives us 28. All right, well done. So everyone, next question. Thank you, Teresian. Mute your microphone. Thank you, darling. All right, so the next question is going to go to Jaden. Jaden, read this question for me. I know, Jaden, I just asked you a question and you answer really good, but I'm asking you another one. So read this question for me there.
could I answer? Miss, could I answer?
Dante. So I'm seeing, not Dante, I'm seeing Tidilia, I'm seeing Amar hand, I'm seeing Jerry's hand, and I'm seeing Teresian hand. All right. So my expectation, as said before, is for you to raise your hand. I'll get to you eventually. So for you to raise your hand, after you've raised your hand, then wait for you to be acknowledged. So wait for me to say Jerice, Teresian, or Tidelia, since you're the ones raising your hand. All right, so wait for you to be acknowledged and then you speak. So I'm going to go with Tidelia.
Miss, I would say 10.
You would
Miss,
say
because
10. All right, so Tidelia would say 10. Yes, go
Miss,
ahead, honey.
because each time they add 3, then they take away 2.
Okay. Each time they add 3, then they take away 2. So they add 3 minus
Yes.
2, add 3 minus 2, add 3 minus 2, which give you 10. All right, I do
Yes,
agree with
miss.
you. Do agree with you. And that's a really good pattern, right? And it's good that you were able to spot that. All right, well done, Tidelia. All right, so Jerice and
Yes, Mrs.
oh,
She's
it's
correct.
just Jerice and Tidelia. So thank you for your feedback. All right, so we're gonna go with the next question. So that's the one is B 10. All right, so let's go write this question in our books. All right, let's write this question down in our books. All right, so I'm seeing answers, man. Those answers don't look like anything that I have there. Hmm. All right, so let's see who's going to do this one for me now. And Dante. Yes, Dante. You're up, Dante.
Miss, my answer is 24.
24. All right, read the question for me first, Dante.
A fruit basket contains apples and oranges. The ratio of apples to oranges in the basket is 3:8. When one apple is removed, the ratio changes to 1/3. How many oranges are in the basket?
All right, so the ratio is 3 to 8. All right,
Yes,
so the
miss.
ratio is 3 to 8. All right, when one apple is removed, the ratio changes to 1 to 3. So the ratio is now 1 to 3. How many oranges are in the basket? How did you work that out?
Miss, multiply 8 with the 3.
8 with a 3. So let's think of another way. So when one apple is removed, the ratio changes to 1 to 3. So the ratio is first 3 to 8. When one apple is removed, the ratio is now 1 to 3. All right. So 3 to 8, how many parts in total is that? 3 parts to apple, 8 parts to oranges. How many parts in total do we have? 3 and 8 is?
Yes.
3 plus 8 is?
3 plus 8?
Yes, my dear.
11.
11. All right, so that's 11 parts. And I'll teach you ratio next week. Next week we'll look at ratio. All right, so 3 plus 8 is 11 parts. And then 1 plus 3 is how many parts?
4.
Is 4 parts. Oh, how many oranges? When one apple is removed, the ratio changes from 1 to 3. How many oranges? I think I misread this question. In the basket. So 1 to 4 parts. So 11 parts, 4 parts. What is 4?
Miss,
11,
if my
33,
internet was even problem, Miss.
35. Oof. Plus 8 is 11. 1 plus 3 is 4. 11. 11.
Miss
Plus
18.
18. So it was 1, it was 2,
Yes, Miss, because yes, Miss.
3. So that was 5. That was All I don't know, there's something about this question that, all right, tell you what, I need to look at this question some more. All right, so in more detail. All right, so I look at this question a bit more. All right, so I would rather us to leave the question than for me to give you the wrong explanation. All right, so I'll look at this question some more, and then we'll get back to this question next week. I misread this question when I started. All right, so I look at it somewhere and then we get back to it next week. All right,
Okay, miss.
instead of
Yes,
spending
miss.
right. All right. Oh, so that was the last question on this slide. All right, so we're basically finished. Oh, that was the last question, 31. All right, so we're basically finished with those questions. All right, so that brings us to the end of what we would have covered, or where we're expected to cover for today. With that, right, so I'm just going to go ahead and do another little quiz paper in the next 9 minutes that we have. And that should bring us to the end of our lesson. All right, so we're finished with all of those ability test questions that we have on that slide. All right, so I'm going to go to the task now. Just a minute. And all right, so here we go now. So we're going to go with question 3. In a bag, there is an equal number of red, blue, and yellow marbles. How many marbles could be in the bag? All right, how many
Miss,
marbles
should
could be
we
in the
write that
bag?
one?
Yes, go ahead and write that one for me. And this is a practice paper that was published by the Ministry of Education. All right, so it was published by the ministry. So these are really good questions for us to practice using. Who would like to give me the answer for this one?
Miss,
Yes.
Miss, for this question, Miss, one of these numbers, Miss, would have to be divided by 3.
Awesome. You go, Joris. Yes, so for
So,
this
Miss,
question, one of these numbers would be, should be able,
Miss,
or
I got
must
my
be able
answer.
to divide by 3. All right, yes, so, Laron, you got your answer, but Joris is
Miss,
speaking up. Joris is going to finish first, and then I'm going to come to Laron. All right, go ahead, Joris.
so, Miss, for the first one, Miss, 16 cannot be divided into 3.
Mm-hmm.
Neither can 29.
Mm-hmm.
37 is out of the option 2.
Okay.
So, Miss, the number that we would left with is 42.
Mm-hmm.
So, Miss, 42 divided into 3. We'd figure out how many times that can go. So, Miss, 42 divided by 3 goes 14 times.
Mm-hmm.
So the answer is 14. So,
So
Miss,
the
the
answer
answer
is
is D.
14.
So,
So the
Miss, there
answer
will
is
be
D.
14 red marbles, 14 blue marbles, and 14 yellow.
Well done, Jerice. All right, Laron, you have anything that you'd like to add now, honey?
Miss, I was saying that you must divide all the numbers by 3. Since there are 3 colors and see which one that those 3 can go in without leaving a remainder.
All right, nice. All right, so same thing, said another way, beautiful. All right, and we're gonna go with number 4. It takes approximately 90 seconds for the average person to brush his or her teeth. All right, so I'm coming to Justin now. So Justin, this question is coming to you. It takes approximately 90 seconds for a person to brush his or her teeth. If a person brushes their teeth twice daily, approximately how much time does one person spend brushing their teeth in a year? Well, this is a really nice one. Yes, Justin?
One week.
1 week? How did you get 1 week, Derry? How did you get 1 week, darling? Anyone else would like to assist? No? No one?
Miss 14, miss 1 week, miss, because miss, it would be an estimate. And 1 week is the closest one to it.
Okay, so tell me how you got a week.
Miss by miss, it takes 90 seconds, miss, for the average person to brush his or her teeth. All right, miss, look. That's 90 seconds. That's the first number that we have, okay? If a person brushes his or her teeth twice daily, miss, look, miss. Now we have another math to do, which is 19 times, which is 90 times 2, which is 180.
The 90. Hold on. Oops. Hold on. Let me see if we can. Hold on. Just a sec. Just a sec, Derry. I go ahead and explain, Jerice. Tell you what. You explain. I tell you if the explanation that you've given is correct. And then this would be the first question that everyone needs to show me their calculation for. So Jerice is explaining. I'm going to tell Jerice if his explanation is correct, which means that everyone must be listening keenly. Go ahead and explain, Jerice.
So, miss, the first part, miss. Miss, look, after we did that, miss, we just found out how many days are in 1 year. Are in 1 year, miss. So, miss. So, miss, the amount of days in a year, miss, would be miss, there are 365 days in 1 year.
Hold on, Jerice. Don't go. Hold on, Jerice. Don't go any further. Tell you what I'm going to do. anyone is able to come up with the answer to this question gets a $200 credit. So the first person to message me with the correct answer, and you must show step-by-step working, I'm going to send you a 200 credit. If you don't have a phone, I send it to mommy phone. So if you got to come up with a correct answer, step-by-step correct answer. You got to show me the working. All right. And if you can do that, that's the first challenge for today. The first one to get to send me that, then I'll be sending you the credit. All right, $200 credit, whether it be digital or line. So that's the challenge. All right, so that brings us to the end of our lesson for today. I will be sending you your homework, and yes, you'll be getting your homework task for this week, for today, and for the coming week to complete. All right, have yourself a productive weekend. God bless you all, and be good, be safe.
Miss Class done?
Yes, class is finished. Was that too quick?
No, Miss.
Okay. All right, bye-bye, honeys.
Bye, Miss. See you next
Bye,
week.
darling. Bye, honey.
Miss,
Miss Khan.
Miss,
Miss gone.
Miss Hunter.
Ooh. Cari ya mana-mana. Hilang.